The Monster of the Thames, John George Haigh. In post-war London, amid the smoky streets and quiet alleyways, a man walked unnoticed, a man who would later be known as one of the most horrifying criminals in British history. John George Haigh, a name that would send shivers through law enforcement and the public alike, was a murderer, a manipulator, and a master of deception. Haigh was charming, polite, and well-dressed. He mingled effortlessly with society, blending in with the recovering city, a man seemingly without ambition beyond his mundane life. But beneath the tailored suits and polite manners lurked a calculating mind, a mind obsessed with greed and indifferent to human life. He began his crimes in the 1940s, targeting wealthy individuals whom he could easily manipulate. Using charm, persuasion, and promises of business deals, Haigh lured his victims into trusting him. Once he had them alone, he would strike. But Haigh's method was as ingenious as it was grotesque. He dissolved their bodies in sulfuric acid, leaving no trace behind. To authorities, the disappearances seemed like sudden vanishings, baffling investigators. Haigh earned the chilling nickname, the acid bath murderer, though few at the time understood the true scale of his crimes. Haigh's reign of terror was fueled by a cold, meticulous logic. He believed that without a body, there could be no proof of murder. He kept ledgers of his victims, detailing their possessions, wealth, and the careful steps he took to erase them from existence. He was not driven solely from money, though he stole lavishly, but also by a perverse sense of superiority, a belief that he could outsmart the law indefinitely. His victims were often elderly, trusting, or socially isolated. Haigh would befriend them, gain their confidence, and then convince them to sign over property and assets before killing them. His methods were both clinical and terrifying. He would sometimes stage fake departures, sending letters or creating scenarios to make it appear his victims had left voluntarily. Yet, in secret, their bodies, or what remained of them, were reduced to a toxic mixture in vats of acid. Haigh's downfall came not from his methods, but from his arrogance. In 1949, he targeted a wealthy industrialist named William McSwan. Unlike his previous victims, McSwan had family members who became suspicious when he failed to return. Haigh, convinced of his own brilliance, made mistakes in disposing of the remains. Investigators traced evidence of the acid and linked Haigh to the crime. When arrested, he initially confessed with chilling casualness, detailing his crimes with a sense of pride and detachment. The trial revealed the full horror of his actions. The public was stunned not only by the murders themselves, but by Haigh's cold, almost emotionless recounting of how he dissolved human beings as if they were objects. He was sentenced to death in 1949 and executed shortly after, his life ending as coldly as the lives he had taken. John George Haigh's story is little known outside true crime circles today, but it stands as a terrifying testament to the human capacity for cruelty, cunning, and detachment. He was a man who walked among society, smiling and polite, while committing crimes so calculated that the world might never have known had it not been for his fatal mistake. And so, in the misty streets of London, the memory of the acid bath murderer lingers, not as a legend, but as a chilling reminder that evil can hide behind manners, sophistication, and a friendly face.